How much did you buy that for when you
38.5.
38,500?
Yeah, tell me what it appreciated.
And when did you sell it?
69, sold it in 2013.
And how much did it sell for in 2013?
985,000.
Did you afford that off of a teacher's salary?
Well, 38.5 in 1969 we had sold the Pittsburgh house. So, but the mortgage was free and clear. It was all paid.
So your house in Southern California in San Diego, you bought that for 38.5 and you afforded it off of a community college teacher's salary.
Yeah, and Ken was teaching.
So two community college teachers
No,
afforded
he was in a university.
university teacher afforded a house that would later allow you to access a lifestyle of ultra luxury. Yeah. Wow. Those opportunities don't quite exist for us anymore.
No, no, and I was crazy when I lived here before not to buy a house near San Diego State University for about 18,000.
Those were 18,000 back then, the houses near San Diego State. Wow. Even if you're a doctor nowadays, you can't afford one of those houses.
No,
A doctor might make 200, 300, maybe even 400 if they're good.
exactly.
But a house, a middle class, because you said it wasn't the fanciest house in the world, was it?
No.
A ranch,
No.
one story.
Well, you saw the honors courthouse. It was one story, everything on level, and that was very desirable.
Are you worried for our generation?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not worried about our generation. And you know why? When the guy asked the question, what were you doing for work? What was your husband doing for work? Which is probably his grandmother. But let's just say her husband and herself were college professors. And now we compare that to today's day and age. A normal college professor isn't going to be able to afford that type of home. The opportunities don't exist anymore. Cap. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard, bruh. Come on, man. You're looking at physical real estate. We got digital real estate now. Jay, what do you mean by that? Create videos, create content. You know how much money is in this content game, bruh? Platforms pay creators for creating content that people want to watch because the advertisers that advertise their businesses in their ads on that platform pay the content platform because they want their business advertised. It's like going and putting a billboard along an interstate. But instead, it's all on this metal rectangular device that connects you to the rest of the world. And most people use this device as a distraction. That is your fault. So if you don't see the opportunity and you don't believe it exists, it's because of your focus. Where your focus goes, where your energy goes, your focus goes. That's what's either going to grow or die. But you don't stay the same. Most people use this as a distraction, man. I know it's a bag to be ran up on this content thing. If you guys are interested, join the Cash Flow Creators Club. Link is in the description down below. If you don't like making money, don't join, baby. I ain't mad at you. It's more money for us on the table. Let's continue.
I would have known these two things before I bought my house. I would have never done an FHA loan. Number one is escrow. I can never remove it. I need to have it for the life of the loan. And number two, which is the one that bothers me the most, is I can never remove the MIP. Even if I reach 20% equity, I need to pay $235 every month for the life of the loan. So if I can go back, I would have probably done a conventional loan. Let me know in the comments how much you pay for MIP.
Yeah, let us know in the comments how much do you pay for those things. Now, me, I'm not the biggest person on being a homeowner. Number one, I believe it kind of keeps you trapped, especially because I don't like loans, but I understand people leverage loans for financial reasons. As long as you can beat that interest rate, then you should be good, right? But then you got taxes and whatnot into it, and you can flip the home, you can rent the home out, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. You can borrow against the equity. There's a whole book of things that you can do in order for you to benefit financially from a home and actually use it as an asset, but most people don't do that.
Landlords are frankly pissed off right now because they're buying investments that do not cash flow, and they have a ton of deferred maintenance from the previous owner. meaning these properties are in shambles and they're not making any money with the current rent roll, and they have to dump more money into it to get it stabilized. Dude, don't even get me started with accidental landlords. They'll call me all day telling me how their house is worth $3,000 a month in rent when the market says it's $1,800, but they needed the $3,000 to afford that new home they just purchased, and it's not quite working out, yet they think they're different than the tenants that are not affording rent. So if the tenants all paid on time, would the landlord be able to fix up the property, or is it the landlord's fault for overcharging the tenants, forcing them out of the property because they can't afford it any longer?
Let us know in the comment section down below. Do you believe it's the tenant's fault, or is it the owner's, the landlord's fault? Now, truthfully, I won't be getting into real estate until I can buy a home cash. You heard me correctly. Jay, most people can't afford to buy a home cash. So be it. Maybe I'll get into, buying an apartment complex or even a storage unit. There's different types of real estate out here, but I'm okay with, owning a home for right now. I'm good on that. I'm not on the homeowner side. You guys still haven't sold me on why it's better to own a home than it is to rent an apartment. I don't have to have responsibilities over a lot of things when I rent an apartment. No, I will never own it, but that is not the goal in the moment. The moment is to capitalize on my cash and increase my cash flow and eliminate debt to a certain degree to where I only have debt if I'm using it in an asset. And again, most people don't do that with their home, but if you do, let us know in the comment section down below. If you don't, let us know in the comment section down below. We got to be honest here.
I don't know if you know this, but 40% of first-time homebuyers receive financial assistance from their parents, which basically means that almost 1 out of every 2 people you know who buy a house got money from their parents to buy that house, which all power to them. Love that for them. They have generational wealth. But if you're trying to do this on your own and you're wondering, how the heck are my friends able to afford a house? That's why. So don't feel bad if you feel behind and you can't afford a house yet. It might take you a little bit more time because other people have this hack that might not be available to you. But I'm proud of you for trying to do this all on your own.
100%. Whether you're in the home buying process or not, it's not wise to compare. That even comes from the Bible, Wisdom, and this doesn't come from the Bible, but wisdom, not wisdom, but comparison is the thief of joy. Okay. You don't need to compare yourself. All right. There's a very thin line off of what you should look at and what you should be inspired by. I don't think there's anything wrong with looking at what people have and how they got it. And if they have parents that gave them money or passed down assets to them, that's great. Now you need to be that for your offspring, for your kids. A lot of people use their kids as excuses as to why they can't reach a goal. When it's time for me to have kids, I promise you, I'm not going to use that excuse. I promise you I'm not. I'm going to use the excuse of why shouldn't I? Why would I not? That's my excuse. Why would I not have those opportunities become available? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys are interested with monetizing your own YouTube channel, join the Cashflow Creators Club. Link is in the description down below. I'll see you guys on the next clip. Let's get it. I'm out.